The ceasefire talks are proving to be a nightmare for the warring parties in the Middle East. People are still dying and the death toll rises every day. Hamas slammed U.S. Secretary of State's Antony Blinken's statement that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accepted an updated proposal. The group says this raises many questions about the way forward. He says, we don't need more negotiations. We need to agree on an implementation mechanism. When U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says that the Israelis have agreed and then the Israelis say that there is an updated document, that means that the American administration is giving in to the Israeli pressure and not to the opposite. According to what we have received from the mediators, that Israel came to the meeting in Doha with new demands and more conditions that even contradict U.S. President Joe Biden's proposal. Biden's proposal states that Israel will entirely retreat in 2 phases and a complete ceasefire. There has been a strong condemnation after 10 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike on a school housing displaced Palestinians in the west of Gaza. The IDF says its Air Force struck a Hamas command center embedded in a Gaza City school compound. Hamas denies the claims. The U.S. says the parties must agree to a ceasefire now.
It's also critical that we break this cycle by reaching a ceasefire in Gaza. That in turn will unlock possibilities for more enduring calm, not only in Gaza itself, but in other areas where the conflict could spread. So for the United States, for many other countries, both in the region and beyond, this is our focus. And what it comes down to really is all parties finding ways to come to an agreement, not look for reasons to delay or to say no. It is urgent that all parties make the right choices in the hours and days ahead.
The United Nations says Gaza is on the verge of famine, with the entire population experiencing high levels of food insecurity, half of them at the highest level of the catastrophe. And mass deaths are imminent unless more aid arrives immediately.
We are working in coordination with international aid organizations. We transfer our trucks full of these aid and supplies to their trucks, and then it goes to Gaza.
Meanwhile, Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah have exchanged tit-for-tat fire across the border, displacing many thousands of people on both sides since the Gaza conflict broke out in October. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.